Hey y'all, welcome back to Mrs. Glenn's Cooking. Today we're going to make a really simple chicken pot pie. All you're going to need is one deep dish pie crust. If you don't have that, then you can buy the pie crust like this. But you're going to need one in a pan, and then you're going to need one to go over the top of it. You'll need one large can of chicken drained, one small can of cream of potato soup, one can of the early sweet peas, one large can of cream of chicken. If they don't have the large, use two. That's all you're going to need. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to drain your chicken completely. And just take it, dump it in your pot. Or your bowl. Excuse me, not pot, I'm sorry. And then we're just going to kind of break it up with a fork. That way when you're eating your pot pie, you can either leave it in big chunks, but if I do it like this, it seems like every time you take a bite into it, you get a chunk of meat with it. So that's the reason I crush it up. But you don't have to. You can use just the chunks the way they are. But like I said, you would be better off I like it better with the chicken kind of shredded up. And it's just a rough chop is what it is. It's still got some chunks in it. And that works great. And then once we get this done, okay, then you're going to take your one large can or your two small cans of creamy chicken soup, and you're just going to pour it into the top of this. And we're just going to mix it all together. And you can either, when we do the vegetables in it, some people like peas and carrots. Some people like, all that stuff in it. Our family seems to like just the peas. The carrots, we like carrots, but they're better, in my opinion, when they're raw. And then you're going to take your one can of your cream of potato. If you don't have this, that's fine. You don't have to use it. But it's more or less a filler. If you don't use the cream of potato, then just add another small can of your cream of chicken soup. So we're just this is pretty much we're doing our fillings. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're just going to mix all this together. We won't put the peas in just yet, because if we do, and you go do this mixing, what will end up happening is you'll end up crushing them, and we don't want to do that. So we're just going to mix this all together, like so. And you do not have to preheat the oven or anything, and you don't have to pre-bake that shell. You're just going to leave it just the way it is. Then we're going to, excuse my husband, he's sneezing. Now I'm going to take my peas and I've drained them off as well. And I've got about a third of it left over, so 3/4 of the peas are going to go in it. It's up to you of how many vegetables you want to put in it. So, and if you do like carrots, another trick would also be just to buy that veg-all that's in a can, and that way it's got everything that you want in it. But you will have to put potatoes in it if you like potatoes. Some people do, some people don't. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're just going to dump this into our pie shell, like so. Bear with me. That's why I said you want to go with a deep dish, because if not, you can use a regular one, but if not, it's just going to overrun. So, and if you have stuff that's left over as well, and you can also use biscuits. Just make like this, and we're just going to kind of spread that out like so. So it's kind of even all the way around. And then I'm going to take my my other pie crust that I have, and we're going to have to open this up. And you might want to let it sit out for a few minutes so it's not so hard. And then we're just going to unroll it like so. And then we're going to take it, we're just going to put it over the top. And the best way to seal it is just go around the edge of it. What I normally do is I'll take a fork and I'll mash them together because you want to seal this pie crust so it doesn't leak out on you. And we're just going to cut this do this like so. And then we'll just take a knife with the extras that we have and then just cut that off. But you're wanting to go ahead and just make sure that this is sealed really good so it doesn't squirt out the sides, because that has happened before. But that's okay. Sometimes it may not be pretty, but it tastes really good. And this is a really simple recipe that anybody can do. And most of the time you've already got the stuff that's in your cabinets. So we're going to take and we're going to finish pressing that down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our knife. I'm going to go up the side of it like so. And just go around the edge of it with your knife and cut the outer edge of it like so. Then one thing I found out with this stuff too is you can also take what's left of your pie shell if you have some left over. I know I used to do it all the time. And what I would do is just make it into a little ball and put some cinnamon sugar on it and give it to my son as a treat afterwards. And that's all you're going to do. And then you're going to take your knife and you can either cut it out with a cookie cutter or just make some slits, because it does need to have the slits in it so it can breathe. And we're just going to put 4 slits in it like so. And we're going to bake this at 350 until it comes out nice and bubbly. So it's going to be about 350 for maybe 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, I just wanted to show you what I've done is taken a cookie sheet and I put foil over it, because like I said, we did seal it really well and we put the slits in it so it can vent, but sometimes it will drip out because it's so full. So just put this in your preheated oven on 350 for about 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, our pot pie has come out of the oven, and yes, you can see what happens if you don't seal it all the way. I thought I did, but obviously I didn't, but it still eats just the same. So, if you like my video, please like and subscribe.